Hello, welcome to the Security Update with me, Hamse Daabjeerin. In this program, we will be covering for you the latest stories that matter security in the Horn and East Africa countries. Ahead on the program, thousands fleeing Ethiopia's Tigray conflict. Somalia distances itself from issue with a statement regarding Ethiopia's situation. Death toll climbs to 37 in Uganda following Poppy Wine's arrest. 2 people dead and several others injured in Somaliland car accident. Welcome to the program. The UN Refugee Agency has told the media that thousands of civilians are continuing to flee across the border into Sudan to escape the continuing unrest in Ethiopia's northern region of Tigray.
The over 3-week conflict has led to bloody fighting since November 4, destabilizing the populous country in Horn of Africa when Ethiopian Prime Minister Abiy Ahmed announced the launch of military operations there. Hundreds of people have been reportedly killed, while thousands more have been forced to flee into neighboring Sudan for safety and humanitarian aid. The conflict was largely caused by power struggle, an election, and a push for political reform among several internal factors that led to the full-blown violent clashes. The violent situation that has forced thousands of Ethiopians out has put an economic burden on the neighboring Sudan, a country that is also battling from a severe economic hardship.
People just want to eat. They say, we didn't die in the war. Is it possible that we die of hunger? When we came here, we didn't find any services. We eat inedible bread that we take from the mill. Look at this massive crowd. Some people get trampled on and stand in long queues to eat. We only have 1 meal a day.
According to the Sudanese Refugee Commission, the country now hosts more than 36,000 Ethiopians, while the United Nations says it is expecting that up to 200,000 people from the same country could flee the unrest over the next 6 months, and its World Food Program said it needs $24.6 million to meet their humanitarian needs.
The Somalia government has rejected issuing any statement regarding the new tension in Ethiopia. The alleged statement comes aiming Ethiopian military stepped up the operations to restore governance in Tigray region. Both countries had engaged in deadly war in the second half of 20th century. Somalia has denied issuing any statement regarding Ethiopia's situation. An alleged foreign ministry statement circulating on social media for the last hours claiming Somalia to have expressed concern over operations in Tigray region. Dismissing the statement, Somali Foreign Minister Ahmed Isa Awad said the ministry did not issue a statement regarding Ethiopia's situation. He clarified that there is no official statement from Foreign Ministry regarding the situation in Ethiopia. The Foreign Minister said the statement making the round does not represent the views of the federal government of Somalia and therefore is not valid. Earlier statements published by Somali Foreign Ministry appear to be deleted. The alleged statement comes aimed Ethiopian military stepped up the operations to restore governance in the Tigray region. Ethiopian Prime Minister Abiy Ahmed vowed to remove TPLF leaders from power in the northern region. Somalia and Ethiopia had enhanced their relationship for the last 2 years when Abiy Ahmed assumed the office of the Ethiopian Prime Minister. Death and injuries have been reported in a car accident that happened at Karasharka in Sheikh Town. Some of the victims were rushed to the Pro General Hospital for treatment. At least 2 people have been confirmed dead and 9 others injured in a car accident caused by a minibus that was traveling from Hargeisa to Burao, which happened at Karasharka in Sheikh Town. Initial reports indicate that the victims were rushed to the main hospital in Burao for treatment. Government officials said the victims are receiving treatment and soon will come back to normal. This is not the first time such an accident to happen in the region. Damaged roads and reckless drivers are among the major causes of car accidents in Somaliland. The Somalia Army Forces have conducted a military operation to hunt senior Al-Shabaab fighters in the Middle Shabelle region. The government said that they have arrested some of the senior Al-Shabaab fighters, though the group never confirmed this claim. Somalia's U.S. trained special forces, DANAP, have carried out a planned operation targeting Al-Shabaab in some parts of Shabelle regions and Hiran, according to the commander of the 4th DANAP commandos. The Tuesday morning operation destroyed Al-Shabaab bases in Hiran and Shabelle regions of Hirshabelle state. The commander also said that Somali forces captured Al-Shabaab officials, including Hiran regional finance chief, head of the El Ade Women's Education, and Al-Shabaab Zakat collecting in the Shabelle regions. The Somali forces say the troops will continue the operation until they remove Al-Shabaab from the strongholds in the country. The move comes a day after the DANAP forces carried out an operation in Gampole area of Lower Shabelle region, killing an Al-Shabaab official. Somaliland Police Training Chief has commenced training for some of the police officers in Hargeisa. The training will be focused on conflict resolution and cooperation between the police and the public. But we will be back after the short break.
Hello out there. Tune in to CBA TV, the voice of East Africa and beyond. There's so many people around the world who are watching along with you.
Welcome again to the program. Somaliland Police Training Chief has commenced training for some of the police officers in Hargeisa. The training will be focused on conflict resolution and cooperation between the police and the public. Some of the police in Hargeisa have taken part in a training which intended to improve the police conflict resolution and the cooperation between them and the public. The Somaliland Police Training Commander Ibrahim Abdi Haji has attended the training venue and advised the police to serve the public free of corruption and transparency. He said the police should attract the public's hearts. Ibrahim Abdi Haji stated this training program will be continued within the coming 5 months, and after the training they will be given an equipped room at Mohammed Moge district in Hargeisa to proceed with their duties. The death toll from protests over the arrest of Ugandan opposition presidential hopeful and musician Poppy Wine has risen to 37, police said Friday. This is the country's worst arrest in decades, and more is expected ahead of the election early next year.
His lawyers brought the tongue close to the single war on the day of his arrest on Wednesday. When protests erupted in the capital, Kampala police have said 350 people were arrested and detained throughout Kampala. Tensions remained in the capital on Thursday with a heavy military and police presence. The Uganda police pathologist and the head of police health services told journalists there were counted 37 bodies by Thursday morning. Speaking to reporters, Security Minister Gen. Eli Tumuwine warned protesters that they will be dealt with if they continue. Museveni, while campaigning on Thursday, said the protests have entered an area of fighting that we know very well. Whoever started it will regret it. Some of those groups are being used by outsiders that don't like stability. Museveni is expected to address the nation on Sunday, his spokesman said. A wary-looking wine was granted bail in the eastern town of Iganga after being arrested on Wednesday and accused of flouting COVID-19 guidelines that require presidential candidates to arrest less than 200 people. The 38-year-old opposition figure, who had been arrested many times in his recent years, has captured the imagination of many Ugandans, with his president calls for Museveni retire after 36 years in power.
Buntland officials have confirmed one person dead and others injured in the attack happening in Galkayo region of Buntland state of Somalia. No group has yet claimed the attack. According to Buntland officials, at least one person has been killed in a grenade attack that happened in Galkayo city. Others were also injured. Reports added that the target of the attack was a Buntland police force. Residents told the local media that they could hear gunshots of the attack. Buntland officials confirmed the person who was killed in the attack was a civilian, though initial reports indicate that some of the Buntland forces sustained slight injuries. No group has yet officially claimed responsibility for this attack, but Al-Shabaab had several times carried out similar attacks in Buntland state of Somalia and other parts of the country. And with that story, Buntland officials confirmed one person killed and others injured in the attack happening in Galkayo region of the state, which no group has yet claimed the attack. We'll wrap up our program for this time. Thank you very much for being with us. My name is Hamse Daabjeerin.